السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوصيين. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين، وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى ولي ابن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين ورحمة الله وبركاته. تقبل الأعمالكم وأجركم عند الله. May Allah accept our efforts and give to all of us the best reward with the right of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Dear viewers, I mentioned yesterday that all Shuhadai Karbala, they were martyred at 10th of Muharram year 61 after Hijrah. But we do commemorate separately and we have marked the different days with different Shuhada. Today is 6th of Muharram, and 6th of Muharram is marked for the Shahada of Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wassalam. And that's what we commemorate. As I also mentioned yesterday, that first Friday has also been marked from an organization to be International Ali Asghar Day. Well, now it depends upon logistics. And there are some communities, they will commemorate the Shahada of Ali Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam on 9th of Muharram, Shab-e Ashur. Well, anyway, so majority in subcontinent, we commemorate the Shahada of Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam on 6th of Muharram. Ali Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam is a 6-month-old baby boy of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Just imagine 6-month-old baby that has not even completed his first anniversary, which means birthday, and who doesn't know how to even react. Like, for example, when he was shot with an arrow, he didn't know that should I smile or should I cry. And Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam, whose name is also Abdullah Razi, by the way. I mean, there are also the reference in the history, they call him Abdullah Razi, but we call him Ali al-Asghar. And by the way, this is also a story that once Marwan was passing through in the streets of Medina, and he saw Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam while he was a young boy. And he asked him, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm son of Hussain ibn Ali alayhi salatu wasalam." He said, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Ali." He said, "Who is your brother?" He said, "Ali al-Akbar." And when he mentioned Ali, then Marwan said, "Your father doesn't know any other name? That he has put your names Ali and Ali al-Akbar, Ali Zainul Abidin, and then third one was Ali al-Asghar, Ali al-Akbar, Ali al-Asghar, three sons." And then Imam Sajjad alayhi salam came to him and he just quoted the story and he said, "Well, Baba Jan, I saw Marwan and he was asking me about my name and my brother's name, and then he said, your father doesn't know any other name, that he has put all your names Ali." Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, he said that, "What is he talking about? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give me 100 sons, I will put their name Ali." Best name, Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. Now, Ali al-Asghar, Abdullah Razi, but Ali al-Asghar, he was the youngest son of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And we see that in Karbala, Ali al-Asghar is a witness of the Mazlumiyat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, mean that Imam Hussain alayhi being oppressed. Because yes, you can say that Hazrat Abbas alayhi, though he didn't fight, but he has the ability to fight. He was a soldier, he was a commander, he was a warrior. Now, Ali al-Akbar alayhi, he did go to fight in defense, by the way, but of course, he was a soldier. Even Qasim ibn al-Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam, you can say he was a soldier. I mean, though, what could he do? He was 13 years old, I mean, according to some riwayat. So, but at the end of the day, he did go to fight. Oh no, Muhammad, they did go to fight. Yes, they wanted to defend Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was thirsty for 3 days, again he did go to fight. He defended himself. But at the end of the day, I mean, when thousands people have surrounded you, what can you do? But the only person in Karbala is a witness and a proof that Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam was Muslim and was attacked and was you know have really gone through oppression is Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam. Could a 6-month-old baby boy fight? Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam brought him when he last time said Hal min Nathirin yansurna. He heard from the tents that ladies are crying. He came back, he said, why are you crying? Still Hussein is alive. And then they told him that since you have said Hal min Nasr and Yansurna and you're calling for help, Ali al-Asghar has thrown himself from his cradle. And then Imam Hussain alayhi salam, he knew. He brought Ali al-Asghar while he had put a white sheet around him, and he asked Ashkiya, I mean, the army of Umar ibn Sa'd, Shimr ibn Zuljoshan, Ibn Ziyad, thousands of people they were standing. Imam said, even if you consider me your enemy, because I have refused to give the allegiance to Yazid ibn Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, and I am firmly standing upon my stand, I have refused to give the allegiance, and I'm not going to give the allegiance to you. So you consider me your enemy, and you want to kill me, you want to fight with me, that's fine. But this 6-month-old, what has he done to you guys? What could he do? Why are you not giving water to him? It's a necessity of a human being, mankind. And when he spoke like that and he asked for a water, you know how much water you need for 6-month old. And while, by the way, he was also thirsty for 3 days, in the sense that his mother, she didn't have a milk to feed him. Just few waters you need for 6-month old. And when they heard that, of course, they started to look at each other's faces that, yes, he's right. He is our enemy. He refused to give the allegiance. But why are we not providing water to a 6-month old? And while they started to look around and there was a commotion and they were whispering to each other, Umar ibn Sa'd, he ordered to Hormala. He said, Hormala, akta kalamul Hussein. He said, cut the speech and saying of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Otherwise, the army will have, a logical point. And then, you know, the arrow, Hormala, he shot on Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam. It was a heavy one, had a three, corners. And what he did when he shot the arrow, it had gone from one ear to another ear, and it totally slattered Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam. And then Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam brought Ali al-Asghar and buried him behind the tents while he was just asking for the water for Ali al-Asghar alayhi salatu wasalam. He is the youngest martyr of Karbala, and he is the one that was brutally, I mean, you can see the brutality of the army of Yazid ibn Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan. Well, we